Hello all. So I just got done watching the speech that Trump did last night in regards to Charlie's passing, and I'm glad that he did. I'm glad that he did that. And I found it to be a pretty good speech. Pretty good speech. You know, and I hope he stands true to that. I hope he stands true to what he says in reference to holding people accountable. Whether it's secret organizations or, you know, this and that, whether it's coming after judges, it's coming after law enforcement, coming off after innocent civilians, innocent single mothers. You know, like, I hope he stands on that. I hope he does. This country needs that. Badly. Badly. I mean, it's wide open in our face. It's wide open in our face. Today has been a really hard day. It's been a heavy day for me. In reference to this, you know, it's crazy to me. I did not think that coming from this, you would see as much as you're seeing right now with people condemning or people basically saying that this is what happens. These are the consequences you face if you know, are radical, if you have certain beliefs, you know, speak on it, this and that, like, because of the choices he made, these are the consequences he gets, which is his life being taken from him. And it's absolutely mind-boggling to me that we live in a world right now where people are saying such things. Whether it's left or right, that doesn't matter. I got called a leftist last night, actually. I thought that was quite comical. I'm like, really? Like, it doesn't matter if you're left or right. People have what political views they carry. People have, and they're entitled to carry them. People are entitled to believe what they want and have opinions on what they have it on. And generally speaking, a lot of the times people have particular opinions based off the life that they've carried on this earth, different things that they've went through, different trials and tribulations, you know. This came up in conversation earlier today. I was raised with a lot of political talk happening around my house. I was raised with a lot of politics. And obviously I was raised conservative, Republican. And so that's kind of all I knew. Just like with football, right? My dad is a huge Washington Redskins fan, or Commanders now, right? And Gators. And so I adopted that. And so that's another example of, like, just the conformity of what you know. It's all you know, right? And I still carry my faith and my beliefs in politics the way that I do. Now, whether it aligns with right or left, that makes no difference to me. Everything that I've walked through the last 3 years of my life, my vision has changed when it comes to politics and politicians. Unfortunately, it has. I don't have a lot of faith in them right now. I don't have a lot of faith in their protection. I don't have a lot of faith in what they're saying to me. Half the stuff that I'm being told on the daily basis, like 99% of it is lies. You know what I mean? And so it's like, it's just a peculiar thing to me. Like, I just don't understand why we always have to identify as left or right. I identify as Amanda Nicole Schooler. That's who I identify as. You know? Again, I voted for Trump. I voted for DeSantis, you know? And I hope and pray. I hope and pray very much. I mean, because the country's in his hands in a lot of different ways, you know what I mean? And it's one of those things. I had quite a bit that came up, though. Freedom is a lonely road in a world built around labels and conformity, i.e., left and right. Freedom is a lonely road when you don't conform. Like, seeing as I no longer conform to what my family says I need to believe, what my family says I need to think, what my family says I need to feel, how I need to act, because I am going against the norm of what they say, right? Now I'm the crazy one. And I'm a leftist, right? Well, whatever floats your boat. You know, if it makes you feel better to throw labels at me rather than take accountability, by all means do it. By all means do it. Because that's what I've found, that a lot of the times people like to throw out labels when they do not want to take accountability. Just like Andy with the whole American dream. Like, let's label people that say the American dream lazy people. Right? That's a label, right? When you don't even know those people. You've not even had conversations with those people. So, like, it's all about assumptions. People assume things, you know? But the fact that we live in a world now where people are giving the green light to this type of behavior because of freedom of speech, you know, I know without a doubt. I mean, that's basically what my aunt said to me a few days ago, gaslighting on freaking Monday. Talking about take responsibility. What exactly do I need to take responsibility for? And I could see people saying, well, these are the consequences. Consequences for what? Consequences for what? So Charlie met his death because these are the consequences by said people that don't agree with what he says. This is how it operates. And then they're not playing God? They're not playing God? Are you kidding? Right? And these are the consequences that I get met because I decided to break the chains, break the bondage, and get away from a freaking crazy cult controlling me. So because I decided to get out and run, when God's like throwing it all in my face, right? And these are the consequences I get met with. I get met with these. I could see people saying that. I could totally see people saying that. There's one for them to spin. Well, guess what? Guess what? This is what I have to say to you about that. All those consequences you've thrown at me, where has that gotten you? Where are you sitting at right now? Because I'll tell you where I've went through, what I've evolved from through all the consequences you've thrown my way. I've turned every consequence that you've thrown my way into wisdom, knowledge, humility, grace, humbleness, fortitude, perseverance. That's what I did with these said consequences. And so how is it looking on your side of the fence? How's it looking over there? That's why it's not anybody's job to said meet or throw consequences at other people's lives. Like, especially in the dark. Especially in the dark. That's all they are. It's all illusions. It's all cowardly moves. Same thing with this whole thing with Charlie. He literally shot him and then ran. And I don't even know if they found him yet, which is crazy to me. We live in a world right now where you can hack devices all over, right? And you can go to the great lengths that you have, because I've seen it. Delete pictures in front of my face, all right? But we got a manhunt going on. We can't seem to find him. It's crazy to me. Like, that doesn't even make sense. You know? I know it takes time, but really? There ain't nothing a part of this world that doesn't have a camera on it. There ain't nothing. There's cameras everywhere. Inside your home, they're everywhere. When it comes to all these electronics, the Amazon, the Google things, and the Siri and all that crap, all of it. It's all there. So that, like, as I said, that Siri pops up, see? And so it came to me. Thank goodness for Tay today, man. She said some really powerful stuff to me today that really helped me, because I've been really harping on it a lot, because Charlie, I didn't agree with a lot of his views. I did not. When it comes to a lot of his faithful stuff that he talked about and religion, I did agree with quite a bit of it. But when it comes to politics and stuff like that, I didn't agree with all of it. I didn't agree with all of it, but I appreciated his healthy debate. I appreciated it. There's nothing wrong with a healthy debate. How do you learn things if you don't talk it out? You know, that was the biggest thing with me too. It's like, why didn't any of you guys come talk to me? Why didn't you want to just come talk it out? No, why? Because you wanted to take the narrative, you wanted to spin it, you knew the truth, and that's why you never wanted to come talk to me. That's exactly why not anybody has wanted to come talk to me, because they know the truth. And so when you know the truth, you can't come sit there and have a conversation with someone, because they're going to sit here and be like, no, you're wrong. That's not exactly how that went down. That's not. And so it's put us in a little bit of a predicament, you know? But there are a couple other messages that I have. I'm running out of time with this one. So I love you guys. I'll make a couple more.